and you're saying that God lied.
Okay.
That's what you have to say. Go ahead.
Real quick, I get Amos 9 and 10. I.O.C.K's in here, and he said the other nations were called by God. No, the answer is no, man. The
No.
answer is no. They weren't called by God in the same sense, and we're going to demonstrate that through the Spirit by Yahweh Shai. So we're going to do Amos 9 through 10, and I want you to read through 12.
This is Amos 9 and 10. It says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say that evil shall not overtake or prevent me. Right? Verse 11, right? It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, okay, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins and will build it as in the days of old. Key point, build it as in the days of old.
And then what's going to happen?
Right. That they may, who, the remnant, this is the ruins, the tabernacle of David that has been risen up. And how was it in days of old? When David had it, it was both kingdoms.
You're right. No more two nations.
More two nations. That they may possess the remnant of Edom. And of all the heathen. Right? Here we go. Which are called by my name.
Boom. Now he's like, oh, see, cut. Watch this though. Revelation 11 and 15. Wow. This is what it's talking about.
Whew, you're done. Watch this. This Revelation is chapter 11 and verse 15. Right? It says, and the seventh angel sounded, and there was a great voice in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord, right? And of his Hamashiach, and he shall reign forever and ever.
So those kingdoms are becoming the kingdoms of our Lord. Now let's get Psalm chapter 2, and I want you to get
Revelations 2 also.
Hold that real quick. Get Psalm 2 and 6.
Yeah, I know what you want here. This is Psalms 2 and 6.
And read through 9.
It says, yet I have set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Most High Yahweh have said unto me, thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Point right here. Verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the utmost part of the earth for thy possession.
Keep going.
Right? That thou, Salakia, that thou break them with the rod of iron, that thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Now, get Revelation chapter 2.
Right.
You going to go, where you going to start at, verse 25?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the spirit. Is that absolutely what I was thinking?
Hope you writing this down, and I hope y'all writing this down, family. That's actually a good question, because when Christians read that in the book of Acts, you know, them having the presupposition that the New Testament is valid and that you don't got to read the Old Testament, it's understandable how they could be confused. So we're not even going to knock him for that. You know, we're going to hope that he humbles down in his behavior. But I appreciate that question. I.O.K. the water for that. Go ahead,
Kyle, and watch this. And it says, this is Revelations 2 and 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation. He shall rule them with a rod of iron. Right? And as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my Father.
The kingdoms of this earth are now the kingdoms of our Lord. Now let's put a cap on it. Numbers 24 and 17, Baba Risha. Numbers 24 and 17.
All right, let's see this star, right? All right, this number 24 and 17. And it shall, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel.
Dominion shall rise out of Israel.
Right, that's the scepter, the dominion, right? And shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Seth. When you look this word up, this is all nations outside of Israel.
That comes from the word Seth. You know, it's just another transliteration of that word Seth, who came from Adam after Abel was slew. But keep going, because we're gonna see what this looks like, who's participating in this.
Right. And Edom, right, shall be a possession. That sounds just like Amos 9 and 12, right? Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. All right. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion.
And then what?
He shall destroy him that remaineth of the city.
So, and then it says Amalek, you know, he was the first of the nations, meaning that he's the number one nation, but his latter end is going to be that he perished forever. But we see that Israel's going to do valiantly, meaning that in order to take this possession, there's going to be Israel's going to F-ish up, right? So with that, I hope that answers your question.
Hold on. I got one more thing to show this, brother. Amos 9 and 12, right? Let me show you something, right?
Okay. Did we just read Amos 9 and 12?
Yeah. This is what the brother asked about, right?
You might have to rewind it. You know, I don't think he's listening.
Okay.
But this was a while ago that he asked that. This was 6:35 that he answered that. It's 6:41. So this was probably an old question, I.O.C.K. We're gonna move on because we know the people want to see what the rest of this video is doing. We're gonna ask them to hold his questions to the end of the video going forward. Brothers and sisters in the truth, if you got questions, feel free to ask. But we moving on.
3:13 says, if your sin is paid for, then you're not under the curse. I'm paraphrasing it because we already read it, so I hope that's okay. But the idea of returning to the land and all that stuff, to me, that's not nearly as important. So I don't focus on it as much. I focus on the